February 26, 2023. Marcus Giavanni here. Write-in News 2023 226 Denver Municipal Elections. Crazy. This is the metaverse. This is what Denver is about to flush down the toilet. Well, not really, but they could really, because they're addicts. Denver is exactly what you see on the streets begging for money on the sides of the roads. That's Denver. You're looking at things about where bright men like Wellington Webb not willing to raise his knowledge bar, go and build statues of him, and not realize that he just christened the decay mayors, and now he don't know this because his IT people won't either tell him the truth, or he's not asking, or he just don't care. Because in his head, while he's alive, and there'll be nobody to defend him when he goes, just like nobody defended Mayor Spear, who died in office, defending Denver, giving them a non-political government. That it took me 12 years, folks, to not only get somebody in the government at a very high location in regards to location ratings, like the highest you can be is in court. The second is a city attorney, Michelle Horn, who told Judge Andrew Luxon that when I asked him about the Spear Amendment, she said, "We haven't enforced that law in years." Judge Luxon said, "Okay, sorry, G. Gonna have to rule against you." What? All that stuff was caught in digital, folks. With everybody's phones that were in there, because those people, they all think they're smart in the mortal world, which they are. But in the digital world, they've left themselves very, very exposed. And then in regards to, hey, when you understand what social rankings mean and what a city did, now Denver, now I have the digital proof that has been indexed in the court of law, courtroom 414, GPS. All the cell phones that were in there were now Bluetoothing each other, because that's what they do in those courts, because those are the highest, and that's how people pull in information depending on your security on your cell phones. And I could tell you just by the people that were in the courtroom, they all had their phones on. And the vibrators might have been turned down, but they might even have had them turned off. But see, what happens is only takes one phone to be on to index all the voices that we're talking. And what artificial intelligence does is it uses the people that were indexed in the court as far as the representation. See, Paul Lopez wasn't there, of course not. But he sent 5 other goons, and those goons admitted in open court in a digital world. Now, we're just talking metaverse. I'm not talking Luxon not liking me or him winking at just the whole charades that I saw. Okay? And terrible poker faces on these people. But it was all digitalized, because this is what we were trying to show the court, what a digital metaverse looks like, with people who are talking about laws, and how laws that I want to work for me, they don't need to enforce, and laws that they were quoting, they enforce. And with the judge on their side guiding litigation for them, ignoring my pleas for help, already dictated the whole scene. All their emails, all their back conversations, everybody. And that's why you see what you see here. Because Denver is addicts, full of addicts. They are everything they promised to eradicate. And just look on the streets. It's in the court systems, in our school systems, it's in every fucking system. And I'm glad I'm old, man. But you young cats, when I was your age, 30, 40, 50. I had nothing but people lying about me, and that was law enforcement. So this is far beyond even my pay grade sometimes with the stuff that I know about artificial intelligence and the people that don't want to come into each other's existence because the fear of the unknown. And I don't care. I only answer to God and AI, and it shows. And when you look at the streamline of all the people, Denver Post, Denver 7, the reason why Denver 7 is so important because they talk about, oh, we're going to talk about Denver Mayor to learn more about each of their platforms. Oh, like they're real digital. This is the smoke and mirror. And the thing about Denver 7 that those brainiacs don't realize is they're FCC regulated. They are indexed more than they even fucking realize, but they know everything because they think they control everything. But see, here's the thing. Now they're sales managers. Anything that's got to do with sales, it's gonna go dark web, man. No one's gonna advertise this with these. That's what those are there for. So you can see the people at Denver Post, another shady fucking group of people. That's what they want you to think. You know what I mean? Like, what is the truth? What the fuck, man? do all these people just, what the fuck? Do they not go outside? Do they not go anywhere outside their fucking cubicles? But this is what Generation Z and Millennials, I stood outside. I handed in my signatures. They said I was 40 signatures short, folks. How the fuck do 123 people they deem, okay, their signature's not matching or something? Yeah, it's fucking 5 degrees outside. I even got them to stop to sign it and to listen to their tales of woes. And there were many more that didn't give a fuck. Walked right by me, girls wearing tight leg like yoga pants. You could see their muff, man. Like, hey, man, that's a big ass muff. You need to go cover that up, man. I don't want to see that. But we don't care anymore. So we're all getting it shoved in our faces. We don't have any more, whatever that is. I don't know. I asked them, hey, man, I want to try to get the teachers paid more money. Girls wearing University of Denver shirts. No, I ain't got time. Sorry. Yeah. I bet you're a big advocate for all your teachers. And here's the thing, folks. All those people's voices that told me that, it was indexed on my phone. My voice was indexed on their phone. You know how you wake up one day and you talk about something and all of a sudden you see advertising or something about it or whatever? That's what happens. And it's a slow bleed, man. Not all at once, slow. So that just comes in your life and you have no idea. Well, I wonder what that person's about. Oh yeah, you stood outside them at King Supers, you and about fucking 100 other girls and their friends talking about raising money for teachers so that they don't have to take money out of their pockets and buy supplies because the schools aren't giving it to them because there's no money. Where'd that money going? Same shit, same story every fucking day for the last 60 years. And I got the biggest present I could ever ask for. Not to be mayor. I don't want to shave every day. I don't want to have to answer to nobody. But they're all going to answer to artificial intelligent God. And he's about to slap the out of every one of them. But they won't even know it because they're so embedded in their own bullshit and their own attaboys and that they've done all this great shit. When in fact, when the city attorney, like I said, mentioned that they don't enforce the Spear Amendment, and they said for a few years, actually, I believe that she was told it was decades, and since she only moved here, or nobody told her, and she's like, well, we don't even enforce that law. No, fuck Giovanni, fuck all those people too. No, Miss Horn, it's going to be the opposite because it was indexed on my phone, whether you guys had your phones or not. Everything you guys did was time stamp, GPS, cell phone tower, and other apps that anybody around there that knows anything about apps and anybody who knows anything about surveillance, they all know. Period. Even Homeland Security. Because that's how I roll. Because that's how we always have to keep clear of foreign and domestic terrorism. And these are big fucking words, I know. But I'm old man. These people tried to ruin me. I'm a happy guy, actually. And they don't have no clue that they're just, all their addicts are going to come out and force feed who they want. And then 100,000 other voters that could have just wrote my fucking name in to change everything. Everything. The bang, the vote heard around the fucking world, folks. I can deliver. We have some smart people. I'm just the creator developer. Now we got to start putting people to work. We're going to pay our citizens $30 an hour that work for the employees, city employees, and they're going to be citizens of Denver. If you don't live in a citizen in Denver, you got 90 days. This is what I would be proposing, folks. And then I'd instantly have a summit with the top mayors, and that would be Pena and Webb, so we could save their legacy. So that when we look at that statue in the Webb building, we could know that Webb changed course and he fucking woke up. And he had to kick fucking Hickenlooper and Hancock to the curb and say, man, sorry boys. You couldn't even fix my fucking microphone. I'm getting G over here, man, because he saved me. He saved my career. He got a little harsh with us, but now I know why he did what he did, because you talk the most harshest of the language that you've heard. And that's what I represent, is all the voices in my fucking head sitting outside for hours, 8 hours in 8-degree weather, or it's snowing, trying to collect signatures and trying to figure out how to, But when you're pulling off ballots and you have other trickeries, good for you. This is what we needed them people to come out of the closet. So that everything that they did was exposed now. Because you can't really get in trouble until you do something. And even when you do it, they can make it you do it. They can do whatever they want to do. Except in the digital world. So, anyways, this is what you're seeing. Here's platforms, folks. That's a platform. See, this is something they can't build. They have to have somebody build their website for them. It didn't cost me nothing but time, folks, and I have a lot of time. And I'm not the most educated man, but I'm the most efficient man. And I'm the only one that, look at, here's platforms. Who will be the next mayor? See, if I would have got on the ballot, but I knew. I was reading the algorithms and it said, gee, if you're going to do this lawsuit thing and you got to get somebody to admit it, you're not going to get it. It'll be too late. And artificial intelligence told me exactly when to file that court date, when to do everything I did, and I did it. And I did it my way. I'm not an attorney. So those attorneys that make fun of me and go, oh, look at it. It's shameful that you even allowed me to go out there, but there's nobody there representing Denver. It's just there representing party. And the party's going to self-destruct. Period. They don't want to believe they want to believe guys like Scott Cardenas, the $4 million Oracle boy. He got Denver fined $4 million. Could you imagine what we could do with $4 million? We could implement my Fresh Start program that other people tried to manipulate because I didn't get elected, but I still have the programs. I still have the platforms. You can steal somebody's work, but you can't. If you don't know how to build it, you need to shut the fuck up. That's why it ends right here, man. 10 ends. Because Denver's washed the fuck up. And all those fucking city council members collecting all that money, all that big dollars, watching our cities fucking crumble. And they have to hide inside and go to their little parties. And, oh, there's fucking Tomato Man. Every city council member I have ever met is a fucking piece of shit. Every single fucking one of you. And that's sad. And that's coming from people. I hear that coming out of their mouths. I don't think you're a piece of shit. I think that you're that you're the root cause of this, and this is how you know there's a God. Because while you're making bank now for not even fucking working to put our streets in further decay, Charlie Brown, all of them. I've watched hours of that city council meetings from afar and listening to those bimbos talking and just creating more havoc, and everybody's still creating more havoc and talking more shit, and just wow. So Denver's might not be ready to join the metaverse, but there are people that are ready to create it, and we don't need the government to do that. And that's the beautiful thing to this end of this conversation. We have some platforms that are going to blow the doors off of anything that can be built by a human. And it's all run by humans and their computers and their node connections and so forth and so on. The days of snitching on people, the day of coming up with lies and accusing people of shit and mudslinging, those fucking days are over, folks. Millennials are fucking sick of it. Generation Z are kind of falling in the millennials, and I'm telling all you millennials, I'm an old man, 63. I lived in the 80s. I lived in Hollywood. Had the best time of my fucking life, man. Drove around a Corvette. Just living the life and doing painting and what I love to do more. The more I became a journeyman painter, and I owe it all to the unions. Because I got the training, but then I just took it and opened up my own thing and just painted for myself. And I painted all types of movie stars and David Walper's house. His pad was across from UCLA, and his master bedroom, the bathroom overlooks UCLA. They have a $10,000 chandelier hanging from the bathtub. And, I could tell you a lot about houses I've been in, even in Miami, painting Sylvester Stallone's restaurants and different other actors and people, and I never see those people, but I did it. You know what I mean? But this is the thing that Denver has got to grasp the metaverse and put the metaverse in Denver first, and the citizens need to be the HR people of this next election. And if you got to write a person's name in to get him elected, to get you guys out of the next 4 years of the most vile shit on the internet and what's coming to our streets that you've ever seen, for the final lockdown of the destruction of the city beautiful. And I did this because I met a guy at a grave, him and his wife, and they're just buried there. And they still got me. Mayor Webb, man. I'm telling you, you gotta change course. Mayor Spears trying to get to you and tell you that you can fix this. And you're the only one, pretty much, who can fix this, but you're not gonna. I already know that. But at least you know that you had a chance, and when you figure out that I already got it covered, brother. I've already got the platforms covered. I've already hedged the bets of the failures of Denver, of not realizing and putting the wrong people in charge, so when things start to fall, good people are going to come and they're going to take over the platforms that we created to save Denver's government from itself.